right, well, one day only from Sunjo, the cordless chain pruning saw with a telescopic pole. It comes with a 5-year warranty. We've got 4 flex pay, an amazing sale price where you're saving $80 off of our HSN deal price. This is from Sunjo, and first of all, let me just mention, all the Sunjo items that we have that are cordless like this, so cordless, no gas can, no cordless. We use a battery, this 24-volt battery, and we do sell it separately on hsn.com for $49.95. $49.95. You can use it with multiple Sunjo items. You get one included with the Today's Special, which is only $119. So you think about it that way, it's like $70 for this whole thing. I mean, it's such a great deal. One day only. Come with me as I see my good friend Bobby Milliken, who's joining me, who's going to give me all the details. Hey, Bobby.
Hi, how are you?
Good, good. And you know, this is like a perfect day.
It is.
But here in Florida, we often have hurricanes and bad weather where the trees fall over, and we can't even clear the driveway to get out of the driveway, and we've got to like break up those branches, and this is one of the many uses to have your own way to do that with Sunjo.
This is it. This is the saw that does it all. What I like to say is this is kind of a 2-in-1, because what you're going to see in this presentation is Helen and I show you, you can use it in the handheld, but you can also use it with the extension pole. And this is from 3.5 feet, extends to 5.5 feet. So when you put this together with your height, you can get over 12 feet of reach above you. So I'm gonna do a demo way above my head. What I want you to notice, first of all, how easy it is, because I just cut through that quickly, right? Let's do another one right next to it. Get that little guy off of there. But second of all, what you notice is I didn't have to use a ladder. I didn't have to be unsafe. I wasn't wobbly, I was sturdy, I was confident, it's nice and easy. What I want you to know, if you learn nothing else from this presentation, is this is a chainsaw that is easy to use. It's not intimidating. It's lightweight. It's only 3 pounds, a little over 5 pounds when you have the battery in it. And to Helen's point, we are proud of our batteries. This is our lithium-ion battery. This works in over 100 of our other Sojo and Sunjo items. So if you already have one of our other items, you now have yourself a backup. And let me say what you're not doing. Are you ready for what you're not doing?
Yeah, what are you not doing?
You do not have to worry about this. You're not running to the gas store, you're not trying to store this and maintain it and all that kind of stuff. You are also...
So your garage smells like gasoline, and I really put my foot down. Nothing we ever get enables us to have gasoline stored in our house. That seems like such a bad idea.
No fumes, no mess, no nothing. Also, we are cutting the cord. Because we're battery operated, you don't have to worry about being limited.
Or you're not accidentally cutting a cord.
Or you're not accidentally cutting the cord.
That would be horrible.
So let's be real. When you first think of the word chainsaw, probably something like this comes to mind. Something big, heavy, definitely requires 2 hands, definitely requires gas, and you pull start. Dangerous. Overkill if you're a regular homeowner like you and I. You don't need this. But if you can, like, tell me that you can get a chainsaw that's 5 pounds, that's a pruning saw and can do up to 5.5 inches in diameter. I mean, that's pretty impressive. So I'm gonna do a quick demo up here in the handheld. I know I just showed you, I just showed it to you on the pole, but now, look how quickly it just slices through this 2x4 like butter.
Yeah.
It's simple, right? So we have your safety in mind because I want to talk about the safety, right? Couple of things. First of all, we give you a sheath to protect the chain right there. We give you a riving knife. That's what that top piece is. It's built in. This helps the balance and also prevents pinching. We give you a place to put your secondary hand if you want to, but you can also operate it one-handed as I showed you. And if you just pull the trigger, it won't go. The reason is you have to engage the safety with your thumb, then pull the trigger, then you're gonna get those rotations like that.
Yeah, and again, this is one day only. Sunjo, and let me come over here and show you everything that you're getting. You know what I think of chainsaw, I don't think of this, and also you have like a protective case for the blade that you could just pop on here. You also get the pole for going to those high places, so not getting on a ladder. And you know, when you think about a chainsaw, honestly, for me, it sounds a little scary and intimidating, maybe because of all those horror films where the chainsaws, but that's not what you're getting with Sunjoe. Again, with that famous Sunjoe battery. I personally, as a homeowner, have many Sunjoe items, and what I like is they're kind of, women can use them. They're not like this huge, heavy things where I feel like they're unwieldy and I'm unable to use them. I 100% can. Because of that Sunjoe battery, I don't have any cord, and they're very, very lightweight. I mean, this is so lightweight, it's like a hair dryer, you know? I mean, about that size. So if you could do that, I know we had a Today's Special, great Today's Special yesterday with a hair dryer, but $80 off, and also, Bobby, a 5-year warranty.
5 is the magic number of this presentation because it weighs just over 5 pounds.
Yeah.
You get a 5-year warranty, and Sunjoe is celebrating our 5-year anniversary here on HSN. So we're super excited about this product. We're very excited about the price. To Helen's point, you get the battery included, which by itself is a $50 value. So basically for 70 bucks, you're getting the pole and extension and charger and everything else. So I showed you in the handheld and the pole. I'm gonna go to this one just to show you, you can still do the smaller things. I mean, you can knock out a limb there, you can knock out branches just like that, or something down here low. And all I'm doing is putting the edge up to it and then letting the saw do the work. And it's that easy. I'm gonna go to
Bobby,
this one.
I would like to try it over here on this.
You're gonna try it on this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. So yeah, when you give me that, you squeeze it with your thumb?
Yeah, so if you just do the trigger, it won't work, but you push your thumb in, right?
The safety.
So my thumb is in, then I pull the trigger. I can let go of my thumb, and then when you want it to stop, you let go of the trigger. So you put this, I call it the butt, right up against the wood. Maybe start right there, and then you would just hit this and then go.
Okay, let's do it.
You got your glasses on, you're good to go.
I got my glasses on, yeah,
Yep.
good to go.
So put it, put it up against the wood all the way. Maybe a little bit, yep, all the way down. And then push your thumb, and then you don't have to push, just let gravity go down.
You know, I will say,
boom, there
yeah,
you
look
go.
at that. And you know what? I wasn't pushing. And the other thing I'm amazed at is how light this is.
Yeah.
You should never give me this because, Bobby, I'll just keep going.
So, yeah, those are harder to do.
Are they harder?
Well, it's because they have to be leveraged, right? Yeah, you want to make sure.
Well, I figured it out.
Yeah, exactly. But look at you.
I mean, it's like when you see a project, honestly, I think, oh my gosh, who am I going to hire to do this? All I needed would take me 2 seconds if I just had the right tool. For what I would pay for this Today's Special, I would get 100 jobs done, and it would save me so much money.
You have a great point, Helen.
Yeah.
You talk about what would it cost you if you didn't have this. Let's talk about that. Because I've hired a lot of people to come to my house and do several things, and then I've learned over the years to do those things by myself because I have various Sunjoe tools. So the price to ask someone to come out to your house for a house visit, for a house call, to do the trees or to cut the limbs, you're paying for their gas, you're paying for their time, you're paying for their expertise, you're paying for their equipment.
And
I can tell you this, it's more than $119 just to have them out there.
Right.
Now you can have, I call this a 2-in-1 because you're basically getting 2 tools. You're getting a handheld saw and a pole saw, all for that same price. And while we're on the shot, I want to show you how it pivots. Because look at this, Helen. You push these buttons, and hear it clicking? All these different positions.
Does it stay locked in that position?
Yes, it stays locked.
Oh,
so
I
now
see.
I'm going to cut low. I have it cocked all the way back there, about 75-degree angle. So now I'm going to be able to saw something near the ground. And I'm not near it. I'm 4.5, 5 feet away. And look at that. You just put it up against it. I've got all the controls way down here at the other end of the pole so that I can get down there on it. And look at that, 1, 2 cuts that quickly. Because otherwise, you know what? If I didn't have the pole, I'd have to be down here on my hands and knees. I'd have to be this close to the saw. It doesn't look safe. It doesn't feel safe. But because I've got the pole, I can now back away, do my cuts at a safe distance. And that's what we want to make sure that you're safe.
Yeah, and this is one day only. I mean, I know like winter is over, we're in spring, summer, you know, this is when we look at our lawn and we think, okay, do you have those branches? Do you want to, you know, kind of trim up your lawn or to have all year round? I mean, I talk about being here in Florida when we have all these storms and then the branches are everywhere. It's even if like one branch falls in your front lawn, you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to put it in the bin that has the, you know, lawn waste in it. And how are you going to like break it in half? Or you're going to get out an axe or something to cut it up. Use this, and then you're cutting up into manageable pieces that you can put in the bin, that you put out in the front, that the lawn equipment, they take it away. You're able to do that. $119. This is $80 off of our HSN deal price. I mean, at the end of the day, if there's any of these left, it's going to be $199. $119 to take $80 off. I mean, sometimes we take $20 off for today's special, or $40 off, or $50 off, but $80 off, that is a deal and a half. And if you have an HSN card, you get an extra flex payment. So it's only $23.80 to get home the Sunjoe Cordless. It is cordless.
Right.
Now, I actually don't know the answer to this, so I'm going to ask you on live TV.
Uh-oh, let's see, put me on the spot.
I know with a traditional chainsaw, there's a lot of maintenance, like changing the chain and things like that.
There's probably stuff I don't know about. Mixing the oil with the two-cycle and all that.
Things like that.
I don't even know.
What kind of maintenance do you do with Sunjoe?
None.
So there's no maintenance?
You put oil on the top when you need it. Let me make sure I'm clear on that. And we give you a starter bit of oil. It goes right in there. You want to run the blade for a couple minutes before the first use, and it's going to auto lubricate. But as far as maintenance, like what do you have to do all year long? There's nothing to do. When you want to use it, you're gonna put the oil in it. So what I want you to think about is what trees do you have up high? What pruning needs do you have up high, and how do you get that? Because old school, you had to break out something like this and set up the A-frame and climb up with one hand and try and saw. You know what? We're trying to make it easier. We're trying to make it safer.
Yeah, falling off the roof, having the gasoline.
Yeah, we're getting rid of that, and now just get it on a pole. So if I had something up here, you know, I can get this extension. I don't have anything to cut up there, but I'm showing you the height. Over 12 feet of reach, right?
Yeah.
So
over 12 feet of reach. Yeah. I mean, you think about this. Now, listen, I know that there is, a place for like a bigger industrial chainsaw. That's not what we're talking about.
If that's your job, right?
If that's your job, we're not saying this is going to replace a ginormous, but if you're doing, maintenance around your home, for most homeowners, this is going to be more than enough. And also, the famous Sunjoe battery is included. So I love Bobby's point. We sell these separately for $49.95. Matter of fact, we can pop that up if you want to order this battery at $49.95. You can. There it is on the screen, and there's the item number for it. But it is included. So if you've got other Sunjoe items, this can be like, oh, I got a backup battery, because this battery comes with it. So this battery is included. So if you've got other Sunjoe items that take the famous 24-volt Sunjoe, that you could, that this is included. If you want, you can use this as a backup, different times a year for other Sunjoe items. The other thing is when you want to recharge it, all you have to do is take this out, right, Bobby, and recharge it. And you don't have to take the, like a chainsaw into your house. Come over here with me, with Bobby.
And it's no fade power too, Helen. So once you charge that battery, you could not touch it for a year. I have batteries charged up in my garage. Once I pull it out the next year, it still has its full charge. So that's what I mean by no fade power. It doesn't lose its power over time.
And how big of a circumference will this cut? Like
so it's
when
a
you hit the blade.
6-inch blade.
It's a 6-inch blade.
So
okay.
it'll cut 5.5.
And that's a pretty big log, and I know you've got one over there. I was watching when you launched with Adam do that.
So here's what you do to get it from the handheld to the pole. You click the battery on back there. All right, then you click this on right there, and then you have this telescopic pole. So you can decide, do you want just a little bit of it? Do you want, I want about like right there, then you tighten it up. Then don't forget, you have the multi-positions that you can change with the head right there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do this demo up here, high.
All right.
And now I can get those trees or those branches. And there's all kind of reasons. Maybe you're removing them because they're dead or diseased. Or maybe you're just trying to improve some growth or stimulate growth or change the size. All these cuts I'm making without a ladder, safe and sound, on the ground. And if I want to go low, all I do is change this pivot head from there to there. Now I've got a better angle. Now I don't need to be close, like right on it. Look at because of the pole, look at this. I'm way out of the way. So now I can cut down just that easy. And again, you don't have to push too hard. You just let gravity do the work. And I just did a cut down low that quickly and that easily. And Helen, did you want me to do that big cut for you one more time? Yeah,
we've got about 1 minute left in this presentation. Yeah. So I know, Bobby, you've got other stuff in the hour, but take a look at that. 5.5 inch circumference of the log. And what I like about it is you're not using a muscle. It's just the weight of the Sunjoe does it for you, right, Bobby?
Right. You don't have to push. You're going to let the saw do the work for you, let kind of gravity take its toll, and there you can see, come back here, that guy's trying to roll away from me. Oh, sorry to reach over frame, but let me show you how thick this is. I'm going to get the measuring tape, about 4.5, almost 5 inches of cut. So listen, we realize you may not be cutting 5-inch logs. but maybe you'd need to.
Right, but if you need to, it's there for you. And Bobby, to be honest, it'd probably be little things around the house, like just trimming, even trimming your bushes or whatever, you could use it for that.
Anything from 5.5 inches in diameter and down. You get a very powerful motor. It's 360 watts in the motor. It's going to last. I don't know if I talked about runtime, but once you charge up that lithium-ion battery, you're going to get over 34 minutes of continuous use. So that's a very long runtime when it comes to something like this power tool that's battery operated.
Now, Bobby, I know we're going to see you a little bit later on with that pressure washer, which is already popular just from us like mentioning it at the top because, how many did you say we even have left of that pressure washer? Okay, we started out with 350. We have 335 just from just mentioning it.
I didn't even say any words. Maybe I should